This is Head Bustin' Boxing, and we are back in the house. Yo, I said I wasn't gonna go in about Tyson Fury fighting Otto Wallin, but that don't mean I won't show somebody else going in on it. So let's take a look at some of the reactions that people are having on Facebook, because I'm in a bunch of boxing groups. So I gotta share some love. Know what I'm saying? All right, let's look at some of these. See what people are saying about Tyson's Fury choice of opponents. All right, you got Danny Malone. Shout out to Danny Malone. He says, "Wow, this is becoming embarrassing. I'm a Fury fan, but I won't be watching that, and probably won't watch the highlights either. What is he playing at?" Then you got Kwame Alexander. He says, "Saw him on IFL a few years ago." I'm assuming he's talking about Wallin. Then let me see, Maurice Miller. He says, "And they talk about how Wilder fights nobodies. What the F is this ish? He's fighting pies. Y'all Cannon Brigg voice." Then you got brothers laughing and stuff. "Who the F is this? Honestly, what a joke. Who the F is Otto Wallin? I thought Fury said he wanted to make some money fights, which means with big names." See, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't justify. Only way you can justify this is by saying that they're trying to secure the bag. They're not trying to take the risk of perhaps getting in there with somebody that they even remotely believe will beat Fury. That's the only way you can justify this. But let's look at some more. Okay, says, "Who the F is Otto Wallin? My first thoughts. I'd rather he fought Charles Martin if this is the effing backup option." I agree. And he probably would have smoked Charles Martin, but at least Martin supposedly has power, a former champion. At least pretend like we might think we might, have an exciting fight. Don't make it so it's like, we gotta pray to the Most High that this dude Wallin really comes in with something besides what we saw with Swartz. Anyway, got another brother, Jake Thorpe. Shout out to him. Shout out to everybody who posts I read too. If I don't say your name, your comment I read, I apologize. But Jake Thorpe said apparently it was down to Wallin or Duopause in the end. In the words of Mickey Hennessy, what the actual F is going on here? Then George Porter says Duopause would have been better, still bad, but better than the I Kill Salesman. I agree. I would have preferred to see him fight Duopause myself. We know Duopause is tough. We know he ain't go quit. He go fight to the end. You go basically have to damn near kill him to get him up out of there. Jake Thorpe also said, "Can't get my head around it. Even Ish fighting devalues his rematch. Every Ish fight devalues his rematch with Wilder, and he needs tough challenges to be at his best, but that one, not this Ish." Once again, Jake Thorpe is making some great points. Shout out to Jake Thorpe. I saw another fighter take this type of strategy into the ring, and it was Mike Tyson when he was fighting Lennox Lewis. And if you go back and listen to some of the stuff he says, he'll tell you this. Mike knew he could not beat Lennox Lewis in the condition he was in, roughly, I don't know, I'm gonna say around 2000 or whatever, 99, whatever. So he tried to stretch it out, even though he sold all kinds of wolf tickets in the media and their press conferences or post-fight interviews. Yeah, I want to eat his kids and all that. Praise Allah when he was saying all that crazy stuff. But he knew in his heart, and he literally said this, he knew in his heart he could not beat Lennox. So he kept taking tune-up fights after tune-up fights after tune-up fights, where you wound up having like 4 fights between when they were supposed to have fought. Now, part of that was because Tyson bit him and lost his license. But at the end of the day, well, actually, I can't even say that. But at the end of the day, he stretched it out to try to get more time to get in better shape. But here's the problem with that. You can't get in better shape or better. You might get in better physical condition, but you're not homing in on your skills or sharpening yourself up by fighting guys that you know you're going to run through. And to be honest with you, people saying, well, he's in better shape. Not really. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's skinnier than 300 pounds, but let's keep it real. And this ain't no shot at Tyson. He still look like a slob. I mean, I'm talking about matter of fact, not even by boxer standards. If you saw Tyson Fury somewhere, you would be like, all right, whatever. He ain't no boxer. That dude look kind of sloppy. He still got a gut, still got love handles. I mean, he ain't like what he was. So I'll give him that. But he should be fighting somebody that's more quality, in my opinion. But anyway, let me see. Steve says F6. Juan Nelio, come on, Otto is a killer. 20, no southpaw, laugh out loud. James Yates, is he a southpaw? Oh, makes sense. Get him ready for Charles Martin. Got it. I mean, come on. Willie Scott, shout out to Willie Scott. He's been 12 rounds once. He's been 10 rounds once. Apart from the round 6 is the furthest he's gone. What an effing joke. Let me see. Ali Patterson says, yeah, not really a fight Fury should be having at this stage. I'd rather see Fury with someone like Parker than rematch Wilder. ESPN just trying to get their money's worth. Willie Scott replied to him, I love Fury, mate, but if Wilder or AJ took this, we'd be giving them ish for it. Shout out to Willie Scott. Shout out to Willie Scott. That's a very true statement, because everybody and their mama would be trying to hang, crucify, eliminate, whatever Deontay Wilder if he was fighting this dude. Ollie Patterson replied, Willie Scott, yeah, I know, mate. Most of the time, it's not the fighters, it's their manager and broadcasters that call the shots to try to make as much money as possible. Now, to a certain degree, I can agree with Ali on that one, but see, here's the problem with that. That might work for Bob Arum, but that don't work for ESPN, because that might work the first time on the comeback. Maybe even, and I'm going to say the first time with them, with Schwartz. But the reason why I said the comeback fight when he fought Safef or whatever his name was. But now, ain't nobody, don't be surprised if this do horrible numbers. Don't be surprised. I wouldn't be anyway. But then again, I wouldn't be surprised if it did decent numbers, because sometimes fight fans ride with who they ride with, and all they care about is whether that person wins or not. So we'll see. Willie Scott also said to Ollie Patterson, if he was an American, I'd understand him more. I mean, Charles Martin or Kalnacki would be below par for him, but this is shocking. Surely they can make this pay-per-view. Oh, they ain't gonna make this a pay. Well, they might. Yeah, they might. I forgot. They like throwing that crap on ESPN Plus. So they might do that. I hope they don't. If they do, they ought to be ashamed of themselves. If they put this on ESPN Plus, nobody should not buy this or watch it or however. I know I'm not subscribing for that crap. That's a horrible fight. And that's another good point. Shout out to Willie Scott. You bringing up some good points too. That's something I forgot. Because I watch all that mess free, so I'll probably still watch it. But the point is, you should not have to pay to see him fight. Unless you're seeing it live in person, you should not have to pay to see him fight Otto Wallin. I'm sorry. And yes, Charles Martin would have been a better opponent. And yes, Big Baby Miller, even if you know in your heart he would have beat Charles Martin or Big Baby Miller, and I believe he would have beat both of them, but I would have gave Big Baby Miller at least a shot. Charles Martin, not really. Not the way AJ did him, but the point is, I would at least gave them a shot. Otto Wallin, I ain't got no confidence in this dude. Bob Arum and them playing games. But anyway, he said, yeah, good. God knows, mate. I would have thought this could be pay-per-view Hold on. I thought this would be pay-per-view would have to have a really good undercard. Then Galvin Wayne says this guy's going backward. This guy's going backwards, or maybe he needs that Wilder therapy. Knock a few cans and think you can KO anyone. So I mean, you know, I guess he took a little shot at Wilder on that one. And I'll be honest with you, Deontay Wilder does not have the best resume in the world. Neither guy does. That's why they need each other so much. And to be honest with you, neither does AJ. But I would say AJ's resume is better than theirs. So, but see, now here's the thing though. When you fight these guys, how they perform after the fact or before they fight you plays its part on how you look at the resume. For I'll give an example. That Arthur Spilker fight really starting to look like trash now after he just got destroyed by Derek Chisora. You know, that was an alright win there, starting to look like trash. But anyway, let's read a couple more, then we'll shut it down. Jake Thorpe is just a tune down fight, mate, no biggie. Right. Good shout out to Jake Thorpe. Then y'all Papara or Pepra, however you pronounce that, says AJ was right. Pazatek Koretic, who the F is that guy? Right. Jeff Taylor, he fought a guy with a 6-5 record 3 fights ago. That's what I'm saying. Like, that lets you know him and Fury are on 2 totally different stratospheres. And when I say totally different, like he ain't even in the same realm, ain't even in the same solar system, might barely be in the same galaxy. You see what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. This is ridiculous. And who knows? Maybe this guy comes in and shocks us. Who knows? But come on, man. Then Pezatek, Karatek, how do you go from fighting a beast called Deontay Wilder and another behemoth called Klitschko to fighting Tom Schwartz and the bloody Otto Wallin? Both fighters whom I've never heard of until I found out Fury was fighting them. That is not a good sign. No, it is not. That is a very, very poor sign. David Neely, warm up Wilder, chill out a lot. Otto Patterson, he boxed AJ in the Havergy Box Cup around 2009, 2010. I don't know what that is, but I'm pretty sure you guys over across seas do. Says not bad, just wasn't strong enough. Southpaw Fury too slick and big for him, I think. Okay, now that's it. I'm not gonna read anymore. But now here's the thing. I agree with everybody. What everybody had to say. No, I'm gonna address the Wilder thing first. No, Wilder don't have the greatest resume in the world. No, he doesn't. But at least he's fighting. He's trying to fight quality opponents. Like some of that mess that we saw as far as his resume goes is because people had to back out. Like he wasn't even supposed to fight Berman Stavern that second time. I think that was supposed to be Povetkin or Luis Ortiz then. Like he was like, this man has been sidetracked far as fights he was supposed to take part in like 4 times based off of somebody failing a drug test. So you can't blame him for that. That's 4 fights that potentially could have lifted up his resume. Cause I mean, you know, Joshua fought Povetkin. People give him credit for it. That would have been a fight against Povetkin. He would have already had Luis Ortiz out of the way by now if it wasn't for all of that mess. But they gave they excused Ortiz for his mess. I forget what it was for, high blood pressure or something like that. I mean, but believe what you want. But back to the whole Fury thing. Like, what's his excuse? And yeah, I get it. You know, he sat out 2 years. But what's his excuse now? At this point, matter of fact, once he fought Deontay Wilder, all that and looked good in it, all that other crap about where he been gone for 2 years really go out the door. You can't really use that excuse no more. And to say, well, these are tune-up fights. A tune-up fight where you fight somebody similar in style or stature or speed or power or something with the guy that you are ultimately trying to fight. That's not what we're seeing. So you can't say these are even tune-up fights. These are money grabs. That's the only thing you can call it. Now, whether you blame Tyson Fury or not, or Bob Arum, that's the real question. Who do you blame for it? But I say Bob. I say Bob is securing the bag. At the very least, we're going to get paid off of this Fury Wilder thing. And it's supposedly a rematch clause in it. So, basically, you're talking a 2-fight deal, supposedly. But I'll be honest with you. I don't, I love to see them fight twice. But I ain't trying to see, like, say, if Fury get knocked out or Wilder loses on points. I don't want to see in between them, trying to put it the third fight together, Fury fight more bums. Like, come on, man. No matter how the first fight, the second fight turned out, I don't want to see that. But that's pretty much all I got. I just wanted to share people reactions. Like I said, I'm not gonna dog Fury out because that I believe is Bob Arum's doing. But at the same time, truth be told, really Fury really didn't fight nobody before he got with Bob Arum, if you really think about it, outside of Klitschko and Wilder. And I mean, that's just me being honest. But anyway, this is Ted Bustin' Boxing Fight Doctor. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. Just wanted to give a little bit of love to some of the boxing groups that I roll with. And this